Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Jonnychipz Weekly. This is episode number 24. It is the 11th of June 2021. My name is John Lunn, aka Jonnychipz. Let's just jump straight on in. So, hey, happy Friday, everybody. It is that time of the week again. It's the end of the week. Hope you've all had a great week in work, and the sun's been out a bit around with me, a little bit drizzly on occasion, but hey-ho, summer's on its way at least. Things are looking up. So, yeah, okay, so usual format this week. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in once again. Really is appreciated. If you don't mind giving my YouTube channel a like and subscribe, that would be perfect. But on that note, let's just jump straight into some community callouts. Okay, so to begin, not so much a community callout, but more of a little bit of an announcement, a heads up on Azure Arc. So Thomas Maurer has retweeted this article the other day. There's a digital event on the 29th of June regarding hybrid and multi-cloud. So we jump on over a couple of days back now. There's some important news to be coming out with regards to Azure Arc and some cloud capabilities to your data workloads across Azure hybrid and multi-cloud environments. So that looks like it's going to be quite a significant announcement there. So keen to take a look at that. I've registered. I think at the bottom here you've got a little register now button. So jump on over, follow Thomas, and look for that link. This was only tweeted yesterday, so go and take a look at that, sign up, and get on that event. It's a 2-hour event, on the 29th. I think it starts around about 5 o'clock British Standard Time. So yeah, jump on over, get registered. Some good news coming with regards to multi-cloud and Azure Arc and data services. On that note, just a quick reminder, it popped up on my timeline again, from the end of this month, so June the 30th, if you are sitting any more Microsoft certification, any roles-based or the specialty exams will actually be valid for 1 year. So I think when they originally got released, I certainly know the ones that I sat, they were valid for 2 years. So obviously with this renewal process that Microsoft have introduced now on the certification, I think they brought the actual certification awards in line with that. So when you renew for a year, annual renewals, and of course when you sit the exam now. So from the end of the month, June 30th, any of those roles based or specialty exams that you sit, they'll only be valid for 1 year, not 2 years. So just bear that in mind. Not the end of the world. The renewals are a great process, and they help you kind of get on top with closing those gaps of knowledge over the years. So I can see, I can understand why Microsoft has done that, because of the pace of change with the technology. So keep that in mind if you are sitting some exams. And moving on that note, so Windows Virtual Desktop got a rename this week. So we've gone to Azure Virtual Desktop, so undoubtedly causing lots of headaches for everybody that has created collateral and content and websites and blogs and all that good stuff. But okay, Microsoft do this on occasion. I've not really read into the ins and outs of the decision as to why they've done that. I don't think I've seen it anywhere yet, but I get it, I guess, to a point. They're moving from Windows to Azure. They're great. Okay. So anyway, it's a rebranding exercise. I'm sure there's some other decision behind that, but keep that in mind. So if you are using the acronym WVD, get used to using AVD moving forward. So yeah, Tom Hicklin just dropped that out the other day. Again, a few days back, that announcement was made. So yeah, just keep that in mind if you start hearing that terminology. And on that note, as Neil's reminded us there, the AZ-140 exam, which is the AVD exam, has just come out of beta, and the results have started coming out for those first few people that sat that beta exam. And it's cool to see that they have actually updated the badge already. So it is Azure Virtual Desktop on the badge. Still on my radar. Still haven't got round to looking at it. I've done a fair amount with WVD, AVD over the last year or so, but keen to get back into the swing of things with those technologies and maybe sit that exam myself. So cool, and congratulations to anybody that did receive that pass from the beta exam. Terraform reached general availability at version 1.0. It does seem like forever Terraform has been at 0 dot something. So I read 0.15, which was the latest release before 1.0, was kind of like the beta launch of 1.0. It's got a lot of interoperability and compatibility with previous versions. From what I've yet to update my system, I'm still running 0.15, but I've read and had a look, and by all accounts, there's no issues with going straight to 1.0. Everything should be still compatible. Don't quote me on that. Give it a read yourself, but I'm pretty sure there's quite a seamless upgrade path there for updating. But yeah, congratulations to the HashiCorp team. They're finally reaching general availability with the 1.0 release of the product. So there we go. Moving on. Shout out to Rishab Kumar. So Rishab is starting up another YouTube series looking at people and how they get started in their tech careers, which should be quite interesting, really. So I'm sure he'll have some fantastic guests on there. I think it's always cool to understand the people behind the technology from time to time. It's great to get their insights and perspectives on things rather than just kind of reading a technical blog article or reading something about a new piece of technology. I think it's always a cool concept, really, to actually get to know a little bit about the people that are writing these articles or are developing these technologies that we all kind of grow to use and love over the years. So that'll be a cool series. So stay tuned for that. Go and follow Rishab, and I'm not sure if he's got a date as to when that's starting yet, but go and give him a subscription on his YouTube channel and stay in the know for that one. And sticking with Rishab, he's also on the AZ140. He's also posted an exam prep blog article. So go and give him a follow. Like I say, if you are looking to sit that AZ104 Azure virtual desktop exam, go and give him a follow and jump on and have a little read of that blog article. Okay, so user group stuff. So Not IoT. For whatever reason, the third Thursday of every month seems to be really busy. So it's the day that we have the Azure, the Welsh Azure virtual meetup session. But there's also lots going on. I know this because every month, whenever I'm on the Welsh Azure virtual session, there's always about 4 or 5 other things that I think, wow, I want to be watching those, and I have to go back and watch them on YouTube or something like that. But big shout out to Not IoT. Speaking with Pete yesterday about this, and they got Mike Pound on. Like I say, it's a clash with the Welsh Azure user group, so you're going to have to show your allegiances here to watch something live. But really, Mike is coming on to talk about cracking the Enigma machine. So that's pretty cool. I mean, that whole thing, the Enigma machine from World War II. I show my history now. But obviously, to crack the Nazi communications back in the day, how did they do it? I'm guessing it's going to be around that. That's pretty cool. So that'll be a cool session, and I will no doubt be watching that one back. But that's on the 17th of July. July. Is that right? Yeah, maybe. Got to be. Let's click it. Let's just double check, because I thought that was a clash. Let's have a look. No, I think he's got a typo in there. It's definitely June. So, Pete, you got a typo in your tweet. See, I'm good at spotting things like that when I read them out for myself. So, 17th of June, like I say, this clashes with the Welsh Azure user group session. But hey, they're both going to be recorded, so watch them both. 17th of June, go and give that a watch. Mike Pound cracking the Enigma machine. That'll be a cool session. And sticking with the Thursday, the 17th of June, my good friend Mert has got another one of his Mert to the Future episodes. This time with Jonah Anderson. So he's got Jonah on, and they're going to be talking about Azure durable functions. So that is going to be pretty cool. I love all the serverless technologies. Need to do a lot more with it, and will hopefully be doing so fairly soon. But again, all clashing. 7 p.m. BST, 17th of June. It's clashing with Not IoT. It's clashing with the Welsh Azure user group. They're all recorded. But go and pick your poison, as they say, and jump on in. Give a bit of support to Mert and obviously Jonah with this talk around durable functions. That will be pretty cool. And okay, moving on again. So Baz Van Cam and Neil McLaughlin, as you may or may not know, they work with Nerdio. So it's the management overlay management platform, all singing, all dancing suite of feature sets and tips and tricks to manage your Azure virtual desktop environment. They released a hackathon. Actually, they've released the news about a hackathon. As Baz is saying here, it goes live on Monday. It's really about a community effort. They got prizes. Go and sign up. They've got a brilliant number of sign-ups so far, 270. But if you want a bit more information, jump over onto the Nerdio website and just go for Nerdio-hackathon. You can see it kicks off in a couple of days' time. Really, they're talking about the scripted actions features that Nerdio have been included within their product set now, where it's really about being able to do something with those virtual hosts for AVD. In a scripted action, you can do something when you're spinning up the VM, do something within the VM. Anyway, they're trying to get a community input in this, and we'll all be there to help each other with these scripts and clever things that we can do with the session hosts when we build them. So if you're interested, like I say, they do have prizes there actually. I think they're quite significant prizes. Let me just see if I can find them. I believe they go up to like £1,000 worth of Amazon vouchers. There we go. So I mean, they got two categories, advanced and beginner. So they got prizes for first to fifth place. For the advanced category, ranging from £1,000 Amazon gift card right the way down to a £50 gift card. And then they've got 3 prizes for the beginner category. So also the first 25 people who sign up and participate will receive a bonus sign-up package consisting of some cool swag. So go and get involved. Go to the Nerdio website, sign up for that. If you have got some cool scripts, you are pretty cool with PowerShell and other bits and pieces like that, jump on in, see what you can do. That will be absolutely brilliant. A stream that I want to catch up with, this went out the other night from Sarah Lean, aka Techie Lass. She was with a good few community folk again, talking about personal brand versus company brand. So it's quite an interesting concept. I've yet to watch this session. I'm going to go back and watch that at some point over the next few days. But I just wanted to call it out mainly, because I retweeted it. And Sarah, and secondly, Sarah's doing some really cool sessions where she's grabbing, people from across Microsoft, across the community to talk about, sessions that aren't necessarily specifically tech related, but are very much surrounding, community, content creation, blogging, personal development skills. So Sarah's doing some great things with these sessions. So go and subscribe to her YouTube. Go and have a watch of this session, and show some support. So thanks for that, Sarah. That's brilliant. Moving on, Martin Copeland. So my good friend Martin, he's released a book. He kept that quiet, but he's released a book. So go and give. I don't think it's released just yet on Amazon, but it's available for pre-orders. So there we go. So it's coming out in about a month's time. But DevOps adoption strategy, so principles, processes, tools, and trends. It's due out on the 9th of July, and you can pre-order your copy. So there's the link, amazon.com, yada, 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 or go and follow Martin. If you follow me, go and have a look at my Twitter. I've retweeted this. But congratulations, Martin. That's a huge achievement, and no doubt I'll enjoy reading that book. So if you are, in a company and you're thinking about starting along the whole DevOps transformation route, go and give this a read. I'm sure, without a shadow of a doubt, this is going to save you a lot of time and effort and really get you started along the right lines for you or your business. So brilliant to see. Thanks, Martin. And like I say, congrats again. Paul DiCarlo has just reminded us that next month is July OT. I've already spoken to a few people about some of the stuff that's going to be going out there for the month of July. So July OT, I'd love to take part in some guys in July OT. I think time is just a problem for me at the moment. But you can see that we've got content kickoff. We've got AI at the Edge for a few days. We've got beginners, students, teachers, and makers. A few days with that. talking about microcontrollers and the embedded hardware in devices, and then finally looking at online learning and search. So it's run by the IoT Cloud Advocacy team, who are all fantastic people, and obviously play on July OT, but it's all about Internet of Things. So there's a 30 days to learn its Cloud Skills Challenge. I will be on that one without a shadow of a doubt. And yeah, I mean, it's just going to be fantastic. Like I say, I've got wind of one or two things that are going to be going around for July OT. In particular, for me, it's more about the Azure, the Percept IoT Dev Kit, which is the bunch of sensors, camera, audio, and things like that. So that's going to be interesting to see. So yeah, if you're interested in IoT, I would suggest you keep your eyes peeled for the month of July. There's going to be a swarm of content yet again. So yeah, thanks, Paul. And sticking with the AVD theme a little bit in the community call out, we've got Shabazz and Simon have released the second video. So go and give that a watch. Sign up to Shabazz's YouTube channel. Like I say, Shabazz and Simon, so Shabazz Dar, Simon Lee, have got a video series of it's AVD. Like I say, it's causing headaches, this rename. So Shabazz has got to rename all these videos at some point. Which, hey ho, there we are. But they're on episode 2. I believe they got 10 or 12 episodes they planned out. So if you are looking to learn a little bit about AVD and you do like the video kind of series to kind of grasp those concepts, go and subscribe to Shabazz's channel, like I say, and stick with the guys on this video series, because yeah, it'd be great, and you'll get a lot of good technical know-how and knowledge behind you from that. So yeah, thanks Shabazz and Simon for that one. And I'm well aware that I haven't mentioned Pete by name over the last few episodes, which isn't deliberate. I think we've all gone a little bit quiet in certain areas, and certainly I've not been doing as much IoT the last few weeks, mainly because of my personal circumstances and personal situation. But yeah, generally time is very precious. But anyhow, big shout out to Pete Gallagher again. I know, speaking with Pete, I know that the AC220 exam, it changed some of the skills measured back a few weeks back, just after I sat it. So I know Pete has been busy beavering away getting these Pluralsight courses together, and I can't stress highly enough how fantastic the content is. And it's not just Pete, of course. There's Jürgen, there's a few of the other guys in the community that produce these IoT AZ220 exams, and they're all on Pluralsight. But yeah, so Pete has got his 7th course that got released the other day, Ensure Performance and Availability for the AZ220 exam. So he talks about comms bottlenecks, message tracing, and failover, things like that, using IoT Hub. So pretty cool. I'll certainly be watching that back myself. Like I say, mainly because there were a few things changed in the AZ220 exam. So obviously I need to keep up to speed with those anyway. So yeah, well done, Pete. And I will be giving that a watch. Okay, so yeah, Baz retweeted this, and I got wind of this through a few different areas over the last week. But yeah, I think back at Build a week or so ago, so there were a few little I suppose little nuggets of information alluding to the fact that there could be a new version of Windows 11 possibly. So a couple of weeks' time, June the 24th, we're expecting some announcement on the future of Windows 10. What's next in the endpoint desktop OS client, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, that's an interesting one. Answers on a postcard, be cool to see. So yeah, there's been lots of little tidbits of information dropped over the last week or two since Build on this. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Let's see what that's all about. And finally, just wanted to give a bit of a shout out to everybody. If you're using the Elgato Stream Deck, they had an update this week. So introducing the Stream Deck 5.0. So basically, if I mean, I can show you here, but I mean, this little graphic kind of does the justice. If you do an update on your Stream Deck, you'll be on version 4. Whatever it is at the moment. This plugin gives you loads of, this update gives you loads of plugins. There's a whole load of pre-made icons to make your Stream Deck look pretty. There's music tracks, there's sound effects, things. I don't know if they're going to come through, but yeah, I think I loaded a bunch of sound effects onto. There we go. Brilliant. Fire. In case of profanity, lots of different things. So, we can call the police on myself, which is pretty cool. Anyhow, I could be pressing those all day, couldn't I? So yeah, just wanted to show that there were a whole bunch of updates with 5.0, and it's cool, and it's free. So if you are using an Elgato Stream Deck, go and click that update button now, and you'll get access to all of these good things. And it looks a little bit like that. You get like a plugins section, an icon section, music, sound effects. You can install these icon packs. So yeah, pretty cool. So now I've got to find my button. There we go. Let's flick back over. So yeah, I always say that's 20 minutes of community updates. I'm not really sure I should be spending so long, but hey ho, if you're watching, thanks for watching. If you're not, then that's fine as well. So okay, let's move on over to. I think we'll do a little bit of Jonnychipz on the side. Really just talk about a few bits and pieces that have been going on this week. Okay, let's jump over. So firstly, just want to call out huge thanks to Shabazz Dar. He was my guest last week on In Conversation With. Great chat with Shabazz. Really interesting to understand how he got started in his career, where he's working at the moment, and how he's kind of what he's working with in his particular role at the moment, and just some really cool insights as to what he's up to in the community and how he got started with that and why he's doing those kind of things. If you're interested in these kind of topics, then I've got a whole video series now. I think I'm up to episode 24 or 25 of In Conversation With. So yeah, I've spoken to a whole heap of brilliant, clever, intelligent, insightful community people, across Microsoft, across the community space, all really around that tech cloud computing niche, I guess. It's been spread a little bit widely at times. We've spoken, from everything from AVD and infrastructure and Azure in general, through to looking at AWS, a few bits and pieces on that, and serverless computing, AI, data. There's a whole heap of great people that I've had the pleasure to speak to over the last few months, and I think I tweeted the other day that I think I'm approaching the 6-month anniversary of the show, so that's cool. That's an episode every Friday for the last 6 months. So yeah, I mean, it's becoming a little bit more tricky now with us all being able to go out and about and get back to a little bit of normality. But I love doing these videos so much. I'm going to do my best to keep this going as long as I possibly can. But yeah, huge thanks to Shabazz for being last week's guest. So today is Friday. Therefore, there's another episode tonight. And if you saw my tweets, we've got Alex Ortiz on tonight. I was great speaking to Alex because Alex is based over in San Diego, California, and I had a chat with Alex probably about a year ago now, just on Twitter. And I noticed he was doing lots of cool things with kind of putting content back out there for kids and teachers to learn sort of programming with Scratch and YouTube videos around Scratch. So got talking to Alex, and he's been doing some really interesting things over the last few months. And yeah, how he's basically he's a cyber security expert. He's basically he's ditched his job and he's making it on his own now. So cool. He's up to some cool things involving TikTok, cybersecurity, YouTube. Like I say there, we did really discuss quite a lot of aspects around the community and what Alex is up to from his entrepreneur point of view. So yeah, if you're interested in that, it's a cool story. Got some great insights and information there. Then tune in tonight over on the Azure Live twitch.tv channel, 6:30 BST. It'll be available on YouTube if you can't make it, but it'd be cool if you can make it. Join in the chat, and I'll be there from 6:30 tonight. And I had the pleasure of sitting down with Neil McLaughlin as well this week, so that'll be next week's episode, and of course, Neil is a huge advocate of community. He's doing so much with the AVD community, as we'll have to remember to keep calling it. So yeah, it was really cool and fun to sit down with Neil. Finally, the amount of times I've spoken with Neil over Twitter, and we've spoken briefly on user group sessions. It was great to actually say hello to him properly, and obviously record a cool session talking about Neil and his journey and what he's up to with community and work and things like that. So that'll be next week's episode. So yeah, like I say, if you can jump on and subscribe, get notified, click the little bell icon, all that good stuff, that would be awesome. So yeah, okay, something happened last night. Again, we had, I guess we're calling this the first official episode of the cloud community thing. I'm still scratching my head as to exactly how this has come together, but basically, we jumped on, and by we, I mean we've got a whole bunch of guys and gals. Well, it's mainly men at the minute for some silly reason, but yeah, if you want to jump on in, give us a shout. If anybody wants to jump in, and give us a shout. So I think we were up to about 7 people jumping in. A couple couldn't make it. So last night we had Dean, we had Matt Bradley, Chris Wright, and Simon Lee, and myself jumped on. Pete was our random chat guest, as you probably can't quite see there. But yeah, as part of the show, it's really just a bit of a rambling, bit of a, the idea is that we all eat fish and chips. We're having our tea, we're having our supper, just having a bit of food, beer, having a chat around things cloud community. And it was funny, it was full of errors and problems and issues, and that was just me. But yeah, I mean, hopefully this will get to the point of being something regular and a bit more constrained. I don't know the words, I don't know what to use, but it was good fun, and that's all it's about for me, is just having a bit of fun with it. So yeah, that went out yesterday. If you want to watch it back, go and jump on over to the Azure Live Twitch channel and have a watch. It'll be there for a couple of weeks. But yeah, so I think we're going to try and stick with something similar to this format once a month. I believe we're going for the second Thursday of every month. So yeah, these Thursdays are filling up now. But yeah, cool. Big shout out. Thanks again to Pete for jumping on and being our guinea pig with our random questions. But yeah, I think it kind of worked-ish to a point. It's one of those things we got to polish it up a bit. I think over time we'll get there, but it's good fun. So yeah, that was cool. Also, yes, big shout out to the Cloud family. So Greg Asuti and Richard Hooper. I was awarded the Cloud Champion by the Cloud family website back in February, and I know then Richard got together and got these badges together, which is cool. So he was, sort of really kind of him to send me one over. So yeah, I'm proud, pleased as punch that I got one of these digital badges from the guys over there at the Cloud Family website, cloudfamily.io. Cloudfamily.info, apologies. Yeah, so just want to call out, got one of these badges, so it's there. It's in pride of place on my LinkedIn profile, and it's cool to see. So thanks for that, guys. Yeah, as always, it was an honor and a privilege back in February, and it still is. So yeah, great to receive that badge. And finally, I hit 500 subscribers on my YouTube channel this week, which was pretty cool. Big thanks to James Cook. He kind of spotted it and gave it a little bit of a nudge over the line. But yeah, officially, I think I'm at about 503, 504 subscribers now. All I can say is huge thanks to everybody for kind of the support that they've shown me. If I can manage to get up to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, that'll be a huge achievement. That's 6 months to get there. I don't take that for granted at all. I know these videos, they take a little bit of watching. I'm up to half an hour now and I still haven't finished. But yeah, huge thanks to everybody for your support and kind of helping me get to that point. Okay. So, again, as usual, we'll have a brief update on what's going on with the Welsh Azure user group. Let's jump back over to the desktop. So yeah, as I mentioned earlier, so our next virtual meetup is next Thursday, so 6 days away from today. So Thursday, the 17th of June, 6:30 to 8:30 BST. as always, we'll be opening the bridge a little bit earlier for everybody to join and just say hello before we get started. So we've got Baz Van Cam on, we've got Jake Walsh on, we've got Mark Jones on. They're all going to be doing lightning talks, so 15-minute talks around various topics, such as Baz is talking about the ephemeral OS disks and the use case with WAVD. I need to update. See. We got Jake on. He's going to talk us as to around why do we need Azure landing zones and give us some good information around that topic area. And then we got Mark on to talk to us around SQL servers and really using Azure to leverage the best out of those servers using this SQL IaaS extension. So that will be pretty cool to see because I've not actually seen that myself yet. And then finally, the feature-length talk is from Clive Watson. He's one of the Microsoft CSAs. He's going to come on, and it's all about security with Azure Sentinel. So be cool to see you there. If you can make it, please do, like I say, follow the @Welsh Azure Twitter handle. Go in RSVP on the meetup space. You'll be given access to a Teams meeting URL that you can jump on at the time. So, yeah, we're up to about 50-odd people registered at the moment. Be cool to get more on there. Like I say, there's a bit of fun. There's quiz prizes, a little bit of banter, things like that. It's good fun at the end of the day. And yeah, I mean, huge shout out to Matt. He was our T-shirt winner last month, and he's I'm not sure whether he's got. They are a little bit of a snug fit, so I'm guessing it's probably a little bit tight. Nothing against you, Matt, but yeah, I know mine was. So yeah, that's the T-shirt. So I think we'll probably give away some stickers and a T-shirt again, as well as some cool Amazon vouchers and things like that. So if you are around, June the 17th, 6:30 p.m. BST. Like I say, there's lots of other cool things in the community that clash with that. That's next Thursday. It'll be cool to see you there. Okay, and let's jump into the final section. So, yeah, I mean, I kind of deliberately jumbled up these sections because I always want to talk about the Azure updates and news. But I was always quite mindful that, look, you could kind of jump on over to the website and read this yourself. But I read through these updates on a weekly basis. I do try and dip in the week as well where I can, just to pick up any kind of new features or new upgrades or things that are coming out in public preview and things like that. I recommend anybody to do that because there's some really cool information. So yeah, let's jump on over. We're going to have a little look at this week's Azure news and updates. So we have had just under 30 updates, I think. So without further ado, I'm quite mindful of time. I'm over the half an hour mark now, but we have had a significant number of updates this week. After build, it was pretty quiet for a week or so, but they seem to have flooded out again now. So let's just quickly rattle through them as quickly as possible. So Azure Maps Creator is now generally available. Yeah, we've got general availability, key rotation and expiration policies for Azure Storage. Cool. Express Route Global Reach pricing reduction. So if you are using that Global Reach, then they've reduced the prices with a further 50% discount on that. So that's pretty cool for any kind of egress charges on that. So take a look at that if you are using Express Route. Azure Backups had an upgrade to TLS 1.2. Upgrade to TLS 1.2 or above for the secure Mars. So Mars meaning the Microsoft Azure Recovery Services agent by the 1st of September. Okay, fair enough. So it's just giving you a little bit of a nudge there. GA, update in policy compliance for Azure type policy, resource type policies. Postgres SQL, flexible server support for Postgres 13 is in preview. Open source API portal now generally available. More Postgres SQL. Azure Migrate private endpoint support available in public preview. This is an interesting one. So obviously we know that private link allows us to connect privately and securely to the Azure Migrate service over an express route private peering or site-to-site VPN connection. So we can now use the discover and assess and the migrations tools to security. Okay. Yeah, okay. Well, that's pretty cool. I thought that we could kind of do that anyway. I might have missed something there. Maybe I have. Maybe I have. I just need to read it. I thought that we could. Okay, so they're saying that you can use private link for the. Okay, I guess. Yeah, I guess it's over the internet at the moment. Yeah, fair enough. So they're saying that we can put that as a private link endpoint and just access it over our Express route or the VPN connection. Cool. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you are concerned about that, I mean, normally with Azure Migrate, you'd spin it up in its own kind of resource group and landing and whatever you want to do. And yeah, I guess all of that discovery work then is potentially directly over the internet. So yeah, okay, cool. That's in public preview. I guess it's for those that are security conscious and worried about any of that data going out across the public internet. Cool. Okay, Azure Cache for Redis Zone redundancy for premium tier now generally available. Okay. Another GA enterprise scale landing zone reference implementation for AKS. Cool. Public preview alerts-based smart detection for application insights. Okay. Syslog event collection from Azure Monitor agent for Linux distros. Okay, that's in public preview at the moment. Generally available is application insights, Node.js pre-aggregated standard metrics. Okay. More PostgreSQL single server plan maintenance notifications in GA. More. I'm going to go through these as quickly as possible. Azure database for MySQL, flexible server, standby server selection in public preview. Okay. We've had some Azure SQL GA updates for June. In particular, use resource health to monitor health status of your Azure SQL managed instance. Okay. Cool. So there's some public preview updates for June. So track and record changes in your Azure SQL databases through data change data capture, and then stay compliant with regulatory requirements for data residency with backup storage redundancy for Azure SQL database. So, and then shape query performance and behavior using T-SQL code. Okay, so there's a bunch of preview features that have been announced in the June updates there. So go and take a look at those if you do use SQL. The database team are going wild at the moment. Clearly, the last few weeks we've had a lot of data updates, so that is pretty interesting to see. So, planned maintenance notification in general availability for Azure database for MySQL, MariaDB planned maintenance notifications in GA, Azure Defender in general availability for MariaDB, more Azure Defender for Azure Database and Postgres SQL. Yeah, okay. It's lots of data stuff, more data stuff. So more about Azure Defender for Azure Database. So that's pretty cool. Okay, we've got GA, 6 new locales added to speech services, support speech transcription. Okay, so as part, well, actually, I'm going through a little bit of a learning path at the moment, looking at the Azure AI platform bits and pieces. So in particular, cognitive services. Done a little bit of past digging down a bit more detail now to aim for that AZ 102 exam, the AI exam. So yeah, so speech transcription. So we've got more locales. Okay, well, I'm only speak one language. I'm ashamed to say. I wish I did learn more languages through my my youth, but I don't. I'm terrible at speaking other, well, learning to speak other languages. Not through what lack of trying, but I certainly don't speak Arabic or Hebrew. But at the same time, that is very cool to see because maybe I don't need to now. Bit of a lazy way of looking at it, I know, and kudos to anybody that is multilingual. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So I could effectively speak into an application and have it transcribed into Arabic or Hebrew. So that's cool to see. I mean, I think I remember 15 years ago or so, I remember kind of joking with somebody about this, saying it's not going to be long before we can all just speak into something and have it converted to text or converted to text then to speak. So it's been around for a few years now, but it's great to see that the support on Azure, and certainly in things like cognitive services, is getting such a breadth of coverage with various different languages and as it says there, locales to speech. So different flavors of a particular language. So Arabic has got few different slants on the actual language itself and Hebrew. So, yeah, fantastic, and no doubt that will continue to grow over time as well. Okay, some more GA updates to Azure Sphere OS. So 21.06 is expected on the 23rd of June. And we have then GA confidential compute pricing reduction on DCSV2 virtual machines. Cool. Well, any price reduction is cool in my book, so keep those coming, Microsoft. And finally, this is a cool one. So in preview, Azure IoT Edge integration with Azure Monitor is now in public preview. Very cool indeed, because we know that IoT Edge devices contain containers. Effectively, there's a bunch of containers that can sit on those devices. So the fact that we've now got Azure Monitor in public preview, so analyze the efficiency, we can choose the hardware to fit performance demands of the devices, create custom metrics and dashboards, monitor lockdown assets, a unified cloud and edge monitoring, absolutely, and then proactively identify issues with metrics-based alerts, and then rapidly troubleshoot problems. Yeah, that'd be cool. In fact, I might jump on and put some monitoring around my Jetson Nano device that's sat in front of me now. Okay, so there we go. Huge thanks to everybody if you managed to stick around to the end. I'm always open to suggestions, opinions, advice, how you think these videos are going, how they should go, any hints or tips. I'm all ears. Please, any feedback is always welcome. Like I say, I'd love it if you could subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm really am keen to try and see if I can push to that 1,000 mark by the end of the year. I won't be disappointed if I don't get there, and it's a huge ask. I think there's some fantastic people out in the community doing some really fantastic content. So what I'm doing is probably a little bit of a drop in the ocean, but I enjoy it. It keeps me interested in things, keeps me updated as well while I do these videos. And yeah, like I say, huge thanks to all of you guys for kind of sticking around and watching these. So yeah, we'll call it there. This has been episode number 24 on the 11th of June 2021. It's Friday. Don't forget, stick around later on tonight to watch that episode with Alex Ortiz, the In Conversation With, over on the Azure-ish Live twitch.tv channel. So yeah, go and give them a follow now. Click on the bell, get notified. That'll go live 6:30 BST. So I'll see you there. But if not, I'll see you next week. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Bye for now.